Hey, nerdlings!
Hey, nerdlings! Long time no see.
So, recently we hit up our local comic book shop. We actually just got done watching a movie, and I was like, you know what? Let's go to the comic book shop.
Yeah, he had a good feeling about it. Apparently his good feeling was...
It only worked for her.
For me! Because I found a couple of comics I wanted, and some figures that I didn't know I wanted.
But while looking around in the comic shop, I did notice a new issue that I had to pick up. First of all, if you guys have seen any of our other comic pickup videos, usually we kind of throw it in with a lot of the other stuff that we pick up. Mm-hmm. I have been picking up a lot of Evil Dead and Army of Darkness, and I could not resist.
I know.
Kiss the Army of Darkness.
Kiss the kings of marketing. They will put their name on anything, including coffins and chapstick. I used to watch Gene Simmons' Family Jewels, and he would point out all the stuff. So, again, here's something else that they put their name on.
This was on the new rack, and there were two covers, two variants. But obviously, I had to go with this one, with Ash throwing up the devil horns, with Kiss in the background.
There's kind of a part of me that wants to go back for the other one.
But the artwork's not too bad inside. It looks like it's got, the band members turning a little evil because apparently they have the Necronomicon. You got some blood and gore in there. I did like this part, if you could see, hopefully, but it looks like a lot of the artwork showing when Ash went back in time for the movie Army of Darkness. So it's talking about, him going back to save everyone from the Deadites.
So does Kiss become Deadites in this
one? I think so, because I think I saw them looking like demons, unless that's just what they were doing on stage now. So you never know. Yeah,
get that tongue out there.
But anyway, it was kind of neat, and like I said, being Army of Darkness, I couldn't resist, especially with that cover.
And come on, everybody loves Kiss.
So yeah, that was pretty much my only pickup.
Your only pickup?
I know.
Well, I don't know if I've talked about it a whole lot, but after Justice League, which, the movie Justice League, give or take if you liked it or not, like I said before, Wonder Woman was great. I actually fell in love with Mara. I know we got 0.2 seconds of her on screen, but her outfit was really cool. I just really liked the way she looked and everything, and so I started getting interested in Mara, and so I started picking up some Mara things. So I went and looked through and picked out some Mara comics. And I'm not a big comic person. I mean, I read X-Men. That's pretty much the only comic I really read, but you can yell at me in the comments and tell me it was bad or not, but I kind of just went off of the covers. I thought the covers looked neat, so I've never read any Aquaman comics.
Now, personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with going off the covers. The covers are there to catch your eye.
Yeah.
And, but just real quick before we show you the next one, of course, she said we were going after Mara comics, but we had to kind of settle for Aquaman comics with Mara on the cover.
Yeah.
But this was a pretty cool one. I mean, a very classic cover. You got is it Black Manta, I believe, the bad guy there.
I just liked it. It
looked like... But it had everyone. The art was really nice.
There was a lot of Aquaman comics that, he was just on the cover of, and since she was prominently displayed, I kind of went with it. And it's in the outfit, I really like her. I just like the way her outfit looks. I like the way it looked in the movies. And unlike sometimes, I like a movie version better than a comic book version, outfit-wise. But that's the one thing that I discovered that I like about Mara. I actually like her comic book outfit just as much as I like her movie outfit. Like, I love Tom Hiddleston Loki. Not really a big fan of Loki in the comics. He looks kind of weird. So,
of course, the only thing she likes better than Mara's costume on is Mara's costume coming off.
No, that was not why I chose this one. Honestly, the reason I chose this one was because it actually says Atlanta declares death to the queen. So I kind of figured, since she's the queen, that it would be Mara-centric, basically. He likes the fact that her costume is coming off. But again, kind of like what we were talking about. It's
that classic, pulp art cover, like the one side's torn and she's revealing her shoulder just a little bit.
But there's some of the art, just kind of like what he was saying with the Army of Darkness one. We've got there's some Mara action right there. Some good old Mara action and everything.
Which, I mean, these are very pretty on the inside.
Yeah, they're
as far as the art goes.
Very, very pretty. I haven't actually had a chance to sit down and read these. We just got them a couple of days ago.
Now, we lucked out because we asked the guy working at the comic shop, which is our local comic cave here in Springfield, Missouri, and we asked if there were ever any Mara books, like maybe she had her own limited run at some point, because a lot of characters will do that.
If they get popular.
Yeah, I know that way back in the day, oh gosh, Gambit had 2 different limited run series. I think there were 4-issue miniseries in which it was just for that short run, that short story arc, but then he got an ongoing series later on. So we asked about this with Merritt, and we lucked out because not only did she have one, but it had just come out, and so we got issue number
1. And he said it's a 6-issue series, so I'm very excited because it's one of those that I don't have to collect, 30 or 40. I just have a nice short 6, and if it goes over well, then, maybe I'll get lucky and whatnot. But before we show this one, I didn't get to show any from this one, but here's a nice little spread for Mara, and get a little Mara booty action in that picture down here at the bottom. So, I do enjoy the art style of the comics these days. It's not quite as... I don't know what that style was called, but it was like the dots that colored things in. But...
So just kind of a tip, if anyone didn't know or didn't think about it already.
There's some good Mara pictures right here.
When you're at your comic shop, especially at like Comic Cave, I mean, they were super nice. Take the time and ask around because this guy that we spoke to, I mean, it was incredible. It felt like any comic you asked for.
Yeah.
It's like he knew a beeline exactly where to go to get it right
I also really like when you're talking to someone, especially a salesperson, and they're not snooty or... I'm trying to think of the word, like a snob about like, oh, I only read Justice League comics, and if you read Marvel comics, you're terrible. You don't have any good taste. So he was very open to any and every comic. It was almost one of those, he just wanted you to read comics, and so he was excited that you wanted to read a comic. He didn't care if you were going for Marvel or DC or Justice League, Batman, Wonder Woman, Deadpool. He didn't care. He was just excited, and so I really appreciate people like that. Not ones that are like, oh, Star Wars is better, Star Trek is better, blah, blah, blah. So I like, the well-rounded. So I really appreciate that he was very friendly and open to, what I liked. And the fact that I'm, not really a noob to comics, but I'm not really that into comics, so I don't know where to go or where to start from.
Now, just kind of getting off topic for just a second, because we didn't just get comics here, although the next thing that we're going to show prompted her to pick up some comics.
Yes.
She saw the figure, is it a Marvel Legends figure?
Yes.
For Gwenpool.
Yes.
And she thought that she looked kind of neat and everything, so while we were in the store, she got her phone out and she started to do
I looked her up a little bit.
Yeah, a little research on the character.
I was like, what is this Gwenpool? Because, I mean, I've heard a lot about Spider-Gwen and everything, so I was like, seriously, do people just take Gwen Stacy and like her well enough that they're shoving her in a bunch of different roles? And that was kind of the case with Gwenpool. They liked Spider-Gwen enough that they kind of made a character around Gwen Stacy and Gwenpool. The thing is that she is a real-life human with absolutely no special abilities whatsoever, and somehow gets pulled into the comic world, and her superpowers is that she knows anything and everything about comic books. So she can manipulate the world via knowing the rules and the ins and outs of comic books. And her name is actually Gwendolyn Poole with an E on the end of it. And she goes to a superhero tailor, because those are out there, and commissions a superhero outfit. And she liked Deadpool and kind of wanted a Deadpool outfit. Well, the person taking her order misread the order and thought her superhero name was Gwenpool. Not that she wrote on the order, my name is Gwenpool. So that's where she got the Deadpool outfit, because she thought she was trying to be Deadpool. And it's pink because Gwen had pink extensions in her hair, and the costume director had too much pink fabric. That is why she's pink. It's one of those things that it's hilarious that they thought this much into it, and that's why she looks like Deadpool, because her last name is Poole. She's pink because the costume creator had too much pink stuff and just gave her an outfit.
So apparently unrivaled comic book knowledge is all the superpowers you need to be a hero anymore.
If you're a human in the comic book world.
But, so the funny thing is, because of this figure, I picked up
Gwenpool #1. Now, Gwenpool first appeared in Howard the Duck Volume 6 number or something. I can't remember what number it was. But, and then she appeared in another comic, and so they collected all of her appearances and put it in Gwenpool #0, and he didn't have issue #0, but he did have issue #1. So I do need to find #0 so I can find all of her original appearances and everything, so I can find... She battles Black Cat for a little while. She steals from Black Cat and all that good stuff. The funny thing is she thinks that she can kill Howard the Duck and he'll just come back to life because it's a comic book, but she doesn't realize she's in the comic book now, so you can't do stuff like that. So that was the very first issue she appears in.
Got her fighting some Sentinels right there. Alt Mutant. So aside from #1...
They only had 2 other Gwenpool comics. They had a #5 and #8. And so again, we went up to the sales guy, and I apologize, I can't remember what his name is. So I'm sorry if you're watching our video. You were really helpful. But I asked him, I said, okay, not knowing anything about these comics, which one do you recommend, #5 or #8? And he actually recommended #8 because they felt it was a little bit more of a standalone on its own story versus #5. So...
It looked like #5 had the Miles Morales Spider-Man in there, and he didn't have anything against Miles as Spider-Man, but he said that the story maybe skewed a little too much towards them instead of Gwenpool because of the fact that, you know, she was wanting to pick up a comic to let her know, am I interested enough in this character to continue collecting?
So I'm excited to read these and then see if I want to get any more. It's fun art.
You got all kinds of weird stuff going on. I haven't even flipped through these yet, but I turned to this page and you got the classic villain with the very pointed goatee and the needle thin mustache. That's fantastic.
That's really fun. It's kind of a very comic-y art style, I've noticed.
But this was not the only toy that she picked up because she cannot resist her toys. So she got one more.
I got Wasp from Ant-Man, since that movie is getting ready to come out, and
might as well be prepared.
Exactly. Be prepared.
So, why don't we real quick open these up just so you can pose them and get a better look?
Okay.
All right. So, gosh. Stop! I'm gonna get stung! So, she's got some major wings there. Those are...
Well, you gotta have a lot to lift her up.
She's also got kind of a major... booty going there.
And she likes to stick it out when you try to make her stand up.
But I don't see a stinger on the booty, so this is totally inaccurate. But she looks pretty cool, though.
She is really cool. I like the way she looks.
Like her face and everything, it doesn't look weird. We've seen some figures. Was it a Black Widow that had kind of
her
like a wonky eye, like they messed up the painting?
Or the other.
You know, but yeah, she looks pretty cool. Kind of like that. She didn't really come with any accessories or anything.
No, just the Build-A-Fig of Ultron. You can build Ultron, which is weird because I don't understand why she was in the Ultron line. Yeah, she doesn't like to stand up because she wasn't in the movie or anything like that. And then we've got our Gwenpool, which is kind of neat. Her backpack / sword holders is a little penguin, which was another reason that I actually kind of decided I really liked her. Because I was like, okay, she's got a penguin on her back. That's pretty cool. And the
swords do come out.
The swords do come out.
Which is nice.
Yeah, very nice. And her belt doesn't come off, but it, kind of...
It's got some movement,
which is cool. Got some movement to her. And she comes with this mouth, or head, I guess, where she's just smiling. And then she comes with another head which you cannot see, we'll try to zoom picture in on that thing. Her tongue is doing that.
She also came with a lot of hands.
She did. Right now she's doing the heart hands, I heart you. She's hearting you at the moment. But she also comes with peace. And then, obviously, sword holding hands if you want her to hold her sword. and then just a hand that's kind of holding onto her, which is very, very tiny, cell phone.
Her little smartphone.
She can hold onto her little smartphone. Maybe make it hold her little smartphone like that. And then the Build-A-Fig that she comes with is the lizard from Spider-Man. What was that thing called? Marvel's Lizard. I guess that's all it was called.
It looks like a finger, like
it
an
does
old
look like a really
finger.
weird witchy finger.
Come into my house, Ultron.
Here.
Ultron torso. Oh gosh, this is the stuff of nightmares.
It won't go in. It's too big for its hole.
Sid from Toy Story is probably gonna be creeped out. So anyway,
but yeah, I'm pretty pleased with these toys. I'm pretty happy with them.
As you can see, oh wait, she's got kind of a crazy tattoo on her leg.
A weird tattoo.
That's weird. I don't get the whole 1301 73031. It must. I mean, over my head. So whatever.
I'm very interested to read the comics, learn a little bit more about Gwenpool, because I mean, obviously she didn't design her costume. The designer did. But, like with Deadpool, he's got the whole healing factor and ability. So it's like, in my opinion, her outfit is not conducive for someone who can't heal themselves right away. I mean, she's basically got a long sleeve bathing suit on with just some bobby socks. And it's not, it's like those legs are going to get cut all to hell. So it's one of those things I'm very curious to know. I mean, even Wasp was like, hey, dude, cover up the legs. I get it.
So, yeah, as you can see, trip to the comic shop worked out marvelously for her.
It got me 2 new toys, which I love my toys, but in essence, I may have discovered a new comic.
Maybe 2 with the Mara now that she has a limited series. So.
But I mean, like with Deadpool or Gwenpool.
If any of you have checked out any of these comics, if you know anything about Gwenpool, let us know what you think of her. If you're a fan of Mara, definitely tell us what you think.
Yeah, if you're a fan of Mara, since obviously I don't want to read. I'm not saying I don't want to, but, I'm more interested in Mara than Aquaman. So, let me know some good issues that have Mara-centric or pretty good Mara issues of Aquaman. I would love to check those out, below. And I'm really excited about the new Mara all by itself. Maybe she'll get her own movie.
And definitely let us know what you think of the Kiss Army of Darkness comics. So... make sure you if you like this video, and leave some comments below what you think about all this. If you approve of her nightmare creature that
I'm gonna have a lot of fun with this tail.
Subscribe if you haven't.
Did you say like us on Facebook and Instagram?
We're on Facebook and Instagram. The pets are playing,
so
we're a little distracted.
Yeah, the dog and cat haven't seen each other all weekend, so they're playing a bit back there. So I'm trying to make sure that the yelping is fun yelping and not pain yelping. So
we'll see you later, nerdlings.
Bye.